Hello and welcome to Global Racing Esports Network. I am your host, Mike Lester, and we are here with Race Heads League at Daytona International Speedway for the opening race of their season 2, I do believe it is. I have to ask my guests here to make sure that I am correct, but I am up in the booth, and do please forgive me. I am not good with names, and I think I just met him a second ago, and I do apologize, people, but I had to reset my stuff, so now I have to move everything back over to the other screen so y'all can't see it. Uh, Let me see. Let me get my handy dandy Discord up here, and yes, race. How do you say that name, sir?
So it's pronounced Carol's League. You can call me Corey.
All right, so I'm up. I am up here in the booth with Corey, and we're watching some open qualifying. And open qualifying makes everything a lot more interesting when you get everybody out there. Now these cars cannot touch each other. It's not like your normal bump drafting that they can actually do. They can't touch each other because if they get a 0x, their race or that lap will be deleted from iRacing. So it's going to be very interesting to see if these guys can get really fast and also keep off of each other.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because people are almost fighting to be in the back um, rather than the front. Because if you're able to start far enough back while still being in that draft, you just get to suck right up to the guys in front of you and stick with them. But it's a game. Because if you guys are slow down a little bit and you're still trying to figure it out, and they just run it, but you're just left out in the open. People to be looking out for this race. Obviously, Daniel Lipinski. He's a system driver. Constantly finishes high up there. Pretty much all of our guys that were here last season, so like Zach Permiter, I'm awful with names, so apologies in advance to the drivers I'm talking about. Ricky Leonard, Travis, all these guys were here last season, man. It's going to be some good racing.
Yeah, like you said, Ricky Wentworth, or sorry, not Ricky Wentworth, but Daniel race heads himself. And like you, I am not familiar with a lot of people's last names. So I do apologize. I have my Daniel Lipinski, uh, champion of the last couple of series, but Daytona, I don't like to say it's anybody's game because Daytona is a real chess piece track. You have to make the right moves at the right time. You got to keep your truck clean. You got to get to where you're going in one piece and make that call on the last final lap or the 2 laps to go. Uh, so it's not just anybody can win it. It takes a
It
select
just doesn't
few. Oh, as
matter.
we see some
Oh, we
big
got a big wreck.
big accidents up there on a tri-oval. Let's see if I don't know if my SDK will give me the. Let me replay that. It tells me when I have accidents happening in the race, but not here in qualifying. So, but we watched that on screen. And, back here watching Jason Schilling and the number 2 of Eddie Sproles. Those are two global racing uh, regular characters out here. Another gonna debut here at Raceheads. Is it Raceheads League or just Raceheads?
Heads, just the Race Heads League.
Okay.
Whatever works.
The League of
It's a pretty casual
Raceheads.
league.
Let's go
Yeah,
with the
Race Heads.
League of
League of
Raceheads.
Race Heads. I
There
like it.
we go. Here we see. We see another guy that I don't know if he's new or not. He was not here the last time that I did a broadcast, but we got Randy W. Soleil. That's a cool name,
Randy
and I'm actually
Soleil.
Soleil, huh?
Let's see. I don't think I know that name. This
Yeah.
is the 3rd season we've run it. He might have been one of the drivers that was showed up in the 1st season. We had a couple problem drivers that we had to sadly give the boot to.
Oh, I mean, it happens in every league,
It
so don't.
happens.
Yeah.
But we lost a lot of drivers, and this is the first time since the 1st season where we've had a field that I'm happy with. that we're actually going to get some decent size to, and it's not going to just be 5 to 10 cars on track where there's only 3 people fighting for the win, 4 people fighting for the win every week. We got a lot of new faces, and I think Randy's one of them. He seems to be doing pretty good.
Right now he's sitting in 10th quickest. Right there, and
he's only in a little group of 4 cars here, and he's riding the outside too. He doesn't have anyone directly with him, so he's just able to get that side draft.
That's great. Side draft is going to play a really, really big part in the way these 2 lines run, because you get that run on the high side. If you can get enough cars up there, you make that high side work. But if you don't get enough cars up there, you need that little extra little push right there. As you see the 98 and the 12 almost getting collided in with the 97. Oh, and the 21 takes out, who's the 21 car? Sean Warchala. And he told me it was going to be something different this time. But here I see him out there wrecking some more. Back here, Shane Dinsdale from Victoria Harbor. And if anybody does not know where Victoria Harbor is, that is in the big country of Canada. All right. And he's racing there with, looks like Caden Garchulio, the 12 car of Randy Saleh.
Some word from race officials here. There's a mess up on the timing, and we're actually supposed to advance the session here, so qualifying has officially ended.
There we go. All right. So we're going to bring up the grid here, and we're going to call these grids off. Now, these are a lot of drivers, so I'm going to do 10, and then my partner for the night, Corey, he's going to do the next 10, and then we're going to switch up, and I'm going to do the following 10. So I'm going to have 1 through 10, and then Corey's going to have the 11 through the 20 positions. All right, so we're going to start off.
Are you give some quick rule announcements to the
okay?
drivers.
All right. Well, all right. So I'm going to use up all my breath for this whole broadcast on naming all these drivers. So tonight, you're from Florida, winning the pole, Jeffrey Mathis. Number 2. One of those Global League racing guys, DJ Honeycutt, making his debut. Eddie Sproles, another global guy, starting 3rd. 4th is Jason Schilling from Skills Motorsport over there in Global Racing. He's going to start 4th. DeAndre Hauer, who is a former global guy, I'm just going to point that out there. He's starting 5th. Dakota Wade, Poor Boy Esports, and know for a fact that Dakota Wade is from Georgia. Greatest state in the world, guys. Let's come on down and visit us now. Ash Ridge from the United States. Brian Trimble, Midwest. Ricky Wentworth, Senseless Gaming. Dan Lipinski, the man in charge, starting 10th. Randy W. Solly, starting 11th. Caden Gargiulio, starting 12th. 13th is going to go to Zach Permenter. The 14th is going to 99 of Don Aston. 15th, Sean Wachala. 16, Ron Harrington, another global man. 17, we talked about him earlier, Shane Dinsdale from Canada. He's going to start 17th. 18th is going to go to Donovan Carty. 19 is going to Travis Barkis. 20 is going to Craig Drake. 21st is Michael Hall. I'm thinking the 01 is not going to be racing tonight. James Field is going to start 23rd. Connor Marybelly is going to start 24th, and I hope I said that right, my friend. 25th is going to be Cooper Nash, not Copper Nash, Cooper Nash. All right, and that pace car is bringing these guys out to the track. All right, so as we wait for Corey to come on back, he's letting these guys some last-minute instructions and some rules. If you break these rules, these guys got a good set of rules. Tonight, these guys are only going to be running 40% fuel in these tires. This means they're going to be going from anywhere between 15 to 17 laps before they're going to have to come down pit road and get a full tank of gas. as we see, their double file restart pace lights are out. It is now showing. Okay, so the 9 of Jeffrey, or sorry, the 6 of Jeffrey Mathis. I apologize. With DJ Honeycutt in that 18 car on his outside. Uh, these guys do believe I heard them right. They have one fast repair tonight, so they got that safety net. You don't want to use that fast repair in the beginning of this race. You want to, if you have to use it at all, you want to wait, maybe 20 laps to go in that late caution. Green flag in the air. Jeffrey Mathis is going to take us down to the start-finish line. DJ Honeycutt right there on the outside with Jason Schilling pushing him. Eddie Sproles on that low side pushing, or trying to push the 6 car, but the 6 cars kind of left him. The 2 car falls back with Deontay Hewer right there behind him. But that 6 car, he's got the muscle by himself, trying to get the advantage over the 18 coming into turn 3 and turn 4, going into the tri-oval. But the outside is going to power through. DJ Honeycutt is going to, no, not yet. Sorry, these guys are going on the straightaway. Back straightaway. I was wrong. Woo. Now they're coming out of turns 3 and 4 with the number 6 of Jeffrey Mathis getting pushed by Eddie Sproles coming to the start-finish line. Who's going to lead this first lap? Nobody knows.
And just looking at these lines, Michael, I'm seeing that obviously the inside's got more cars on it. But it's looking like they're all kind of spaced out a bit more. They're not really pushing as hard early on.
You are right that outside line is doing the accordion effect. The inside line is nose tail. Look at Eddie Sproles. Eddie Sproles right now is right behind that 6 car of Jeffrey Mathis. He's just pushing him for all he's worth right now. Right now, Jason Schilling is getting closer. And that all could have to do with how well these guys have fixed setup. So driving it tonight in practice is the first time they've actually got to see how these cars are going to act in this like that. Jason Schilling might not be comfortable getting that close to the 18 car like that. He might be trying to get down to that low side and feel a little bit better on that low side. Because if you try doing that on that high side, sometimes the cars just don't. They don't mesh very well when you're bump drafted on that high side as well as they do on the low side.
Yep, no, I see what you're saying there. And I think that might be why we're seeing a preference towards that bottom line this early in the race. I'd imagine as time goes on, as drivers are getting more comfortable with how this setup feels, they're going to start moving towards that high line, trying to get more positions, trying to really push it.
But as we speak, the 18 gets around the 6, and the 6 is up a high side. They've traded partners. Now the 2 is going to be pushing the 18, and the 96 of Jason Schilling is going to be pushing the 6, and the 6 has the advantage coming out of the turn. So far, so good. Lap 4. You see somebody on the low side going down, dipping down. Now, do y'all have a rule about passing under that yellow line?
Might have been an oversight in the rule book. Like I said, we've had to do a lot of revamping of the league from early on. This is still a very new league, and the admins, myself included, are not really experienced in running a league like this. So we did make a note in the rule book that, hey, changes are going to happen throughout the season. You reserve the right to make changes.
Mm-hmm. And that's why it should be.
But,
as we see the 95, sorry to cut you off, the 96 got up into the back of the 6 car, and it acted like the 6 car did not want to go when he got that bump draft, so the 96 smartly pulls off of the back end of that car before he turns them around, and that gives that low line a big advantage coming out of the turns. You got the 18 now of DJ Honeycutt with Eddie Sproles right behind him, and the 00 of Deontay Howard now in 3rd place. But that outside line is definitely going to gain some more momentum. As you see the 0 car come up and slam,
Oh no. Uh-oh.
everybody it looked like everybody makes it through. Oh, caution is out.
How are you doing there, bud?
Caution's
Dan
out.
Lipinski has crashed. Let's go back here and see what happened to Dan. Big checkup from 00 jumping out in front of the cars. You got Shane Dinsdale right there. Let me see what. Oh, looks like a couple of cars freaking crashed there. Ooh,
Yeah, so it looks like
Dan
we have,
Lipinski, a hard hit.
Yeah. Looking at the replay here, it looks like the 2 and the 0, the 00, both got into each other, and the 00 just kept coming out. It's Daytona. You know, it's just it's a Daytona moment, unfortunately. High racing, people trying to make blocks too early, people trying to race too hard early on. Looks like this one's just gonna have to be chalked up to the.
Well, the two car was sitting there pushing the 18. So, and the 00, I think the 00 car was right behind him.
Yep. So, what I'm seeing here, and correct me if you see something different here. The 00 started trying to go out to the outside line. The 18 car started moving just a little high. The 2 followed him. They made a slight contact there between the back of the 2 and the 00's front. The 00, not wanting to turn the 2, went further to the right, but was down on speed, and then the 6 hooked him.
All right, we'll go back here, and that's probably what sounds like a plausible like that. So we're watching here. It looks like, as I'm watching it, looks like okay, yeah, the 2 just kind of jumped up just a little bit, causing the 0 to react, and that just kind of collected the cars behind them there. Yeah, you're correct. Good analysis of that accident. All right, well, let's see how many takers we have going down pit road. Here you see the DJ Honeycutt, DeAndre Howard, and Eddie Sproles, as well as Ash Ridge, Zach Permenter, Jeffrey Mathis, Randy W. Solly, Dakota Wade, and Don Aston all coming in, as well as Jason Schilling. Now they're all just getting jumbled up. But the people who stayed out, Caden Garchulio stays out. And he is going to be the only one that does. I see Dan Lipinski. I know he's going to have to come in because he's got that damage. Plus, he's already came in, and is just now trying to catch back to the field because it doesn't look like he has a lot of damage on his car now. So he might have came in and grabbed that fast repair that is given that all these guys have. Yeah.
A lot of these drivers are going to have to use that early on, unfortunately. I think there were 5 or 6 cars that ended up getting caught in that was really badly damaged. I know I saw a couple cars going off to that inside wall, just into one. Right after the start-finish line. Let's see. I'm looking back at this now.
All right. Well, why my partner is looking back at that, we're going to bring up. Let's bring up Jason Schilling. He was right there in front of that, and we'll ask him how his car is. And there he is, Jason Schilling. We'll move him up here. Jason Schilling, Mike Lush in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, you had a front row seat to what happened right there in front of you. Y'all were running pretty good on that high side. With you and I believe the number 6 was up there on that high side. Can you tell us a little bit about what you saw out there?
It looked like he just tried to come up and wasn't quite clear and kind of closed him off. And it was unfortunate, but it's Daytona.
How much damage did you get to your vehicle there before I let you go? Because I see y'all guys got the 1 to go mark there.
I ended up blowing my engine just trying to make it around the pit road, so I had to use my 1 fast repair. So we'll see how the rest of the race goes.
Oh, I hate to hear that, man. Well, take care of that car, and be careful around these accidents. And just get that car home clean and get a good finish for yourself.
That's the goal.
All right, that's Jason Schilling of the 96. Always liked talking to Jason, good guy. He loves to talk, so I brought him up here so he could talk. All right, well, pace car lights are out. Double file restart.
Now, Michael, after that big wreck, what are you hoping to see from these drivers? You want them to really take it easy here, or what do you think the best reaction is for any individual driver in this situation?
Well, you
Especially those
got,
guys that were caught up in that wreck.
yeah. I mean, this is still going to be a long race. It's a shortened race. It's not your normal like 100 laps or anything. It's 56 laps here at Daytona. Uh, you can take it easy, but you can't really take it easy. You got to position yourself in those closing moments. So if you still have a fast repair, I would still be there was go green flag in the air. But if you still have that safety net, you got a little bit more opportunity to be a little bit more crazy up there in the front and push a little bit more than anybody normally would. But if you're in the back, you've already used that fast repair. Then you got to be careful and then make your punch at the end. Now, I'm sorry, did I cut you off on something?
No. Yeah, I fully agree with you there. I think the best drivers, especially the ones that were able to get through that wreck with minimal to no damage, so they still have a fast repair in the bank. Because you're right, this is a short race, and they need to be pushing to get up front. Maybe take it a bit easy for the first couple laps. But I think they really need to not start going for it, but not giving up.
Oh yeah, I mean you still got to take it easy. Don't put your truck where it's going to get damaged. Definitely don't want to do that.
Yep.
If there's something that you don't feel comfortable with, it takes more than one person to drive hard. So if you're not familiar, right now you see Eddie Sproles right there on top getting a little bit of loose, trying to come, and now he comes back down in front of the 18 car. Or behind the 18 car, and you got 97 right there. Now, sorry, something line just shut off, and I don't know what it was. Yeah, those little squirrel moments. But he's 6th right now, battling up, and Deontay Hewer trying to, at one moment, thought he might take it 3 wide for the lead, but thinks better of it and gets behind the 6 car and starts pushing him in front of the 18 of DJ Honeycutt. Got 3 cars that are a lap down. That's Shane Dinsdale, Ricky Wentworth, and Ron Harrington. And I do believe they are out. No, they are not out of the vehicle. He's just a lap down. I don't know if he's a lap down or not. Now it's not telling me he's not a lap down. Sometimes my SDK just wants to play stupid jokes on me. Oh, we got 3 wide coming back here. Are they gonna save it? Oh, do they?
He's holding it. No.
Oh no, he comes back up, and he. Wow, that was something crazy right there. He was fishtailing it for a half a lap.
I thought he was gonna hold it. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. He was definitely wobbling back and forth, fishtailing. But I thought he had it. I thought he was going to be able to get her back straight again.
Yellow flag. So we're going. Okay, we're going to come back here and look, see if we can find out what happened. And I don't know if Shane was around it. Or not. No, Shane was not around. Let's see if we can find out who was involved in that. For some reason, it's not showing that. Sometimes my SDK won't tell me all the information that I need to know to do a good broadcast, and I'm trying to find this race, and it is not working out for me quite. Let's see.
Well,
Here we go.
I can tell you what
Oh,
I
okay, I
saw
got
from,
it.
from
I
our view.
found it.
Oh,
I
you got it?
found it.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it was the 4 car. I think that's the 4. I do apologize. This thing is. Yeah. As you see, the 4 car just came back up onto the track and just pretty much leveled out that back of the field there. And but the thing of it is, it's not showing me that we have a 4 car in the
Might be the 24 car. Is it a blue with pink on it?
No. If somebody has custom number stamps on their thing, that my broadcast is going to pick that up before it picks up the grid number. So we might be in a little bit of confusion about. Yeah, let me see if I can find it again. All right, well, we're just going to go back to live TV, and hopefully my SDK will straighten out here as we go on down there. We're under caution for the second time. This happened more in the back of the pack. About 5 cars again get involved in that. And DeAndre Howard is now in the lead with Zach Permenter Sr. or Sir. Is that Senior or Sir? I think it's Sir. Zach Permenter Sir is going to be second place. Travis Barkis, MR, is going to be third. Dakota Wade is going to be fourth. Brian Trimble is going to be fifth. Ron Harrington from Ronsters Wraps. If you don't look good, he don't look good. Check out Ronster Wraps and Ron Harrington. Shane Dinsdale 7th. 8th is going to go to DJ Honeycutt. Jeffrey Mathis, our post setter, is sitting there back in 9th. And 10th is Donovan Carty. That's our top 10 as they run. And we are about to go back to Green Flag Racing. Yeah. Sitting on lap 15. You know, with these guys having such limited amount of fuel, if there is a caution, they're going to come in and continuously fill up to see if they can get off sequence with everybody. But right now, nobody's off sequence. Everybody is on the same pit strategy. And coming out of turn 3, turn 4, about ready to get back to racing. Once again, Mike Lester with the Global Racing Esports Network up here in the booth, along with Corey from Raceheads, the race control specialist.
Ready, green flag.
Green flag is in the air. Deontay Hewer is going to take us back across start finish line, headed into turns 1 and 2 with Zach Permenter up on that high side, trying to get that lead away from him. Right now, the 50 of Travis Bark is pushing that 00 car with the 98 of Brian Trimble right behind him. That 19, Shane Dinsdale down there on that low side. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Double file up there in the front of this pack. Still just one pack racing so far. Nobody seems to have lost a draft. Yancha Hewer still showing as the leader at last lap with that 50. Being pushed by that 95.
Actually, Michael, I think you might have spoke too soon about that single pack. I'm noticing these guys are starting to trail back on the inside line, and those couple guys that are still trying to run the outside. I'm just not sure if they may have gotten caught up in a little bit of damage, or if these are the guys that have already used their fast repair. But I think they might be struggling to keep up with that main pack, especially with how tight these guys are.
Let's see here.
Check up, so they may have a little bit of a relief there. But I think these guys in the back are going to be really struggling to keep up with these guys. Maybe there's a little more caution. I could be wrong. Just trying to stay back, get a little bit more time on seeing a car come sideways. These guys have been racing fairly aggressively.
So the 24 was the guy who got loose was 24. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just seen his car
no,
again.
fine.
The 21 of John Morchala, who's back here in 17th spot, along with Ash Ridge. I'm gonna try to find this. For some reason, I can't see the second pack on.
It looks like they've all kind of caught back up. There was a nice like phasers with the cars. Spaced fairly wide apart at the rear end of that main pack. Split going on. But it looks like they've all caught back up, gotten back in that draft.
Well, back up front, up in the lead is still the 00, but now Shane Dinsdale right behind him, pushing him. Oh, we got another accident in the back. Big accident. I thought I saw
It's all on you, man. It's all on you.
Jason Schilling being involved in that. And if that's the case, his race is going to be over because he was on his last fast repair. Oh, and some reason I'm not seeing why it would. All right, so let's go back and look at Jason Schilling. He's one of the cars that I recognize that was involved in that accident there. So let's go back here. Let's find Jason. Where is Jason on? There's Jason. All right, so let's follow him. Let's look at a good camera angle, and we're gonna go into the cockpit of Jason Schilling. You see Eddie Sproles right there in front of him. Oh, it looks like somebody hit him from the back and made him lose control of his vehicle. Let's see if we can we'll ride with Jason Schilling one more time. We'll put it at a different angle. Let's put it on the blimp, and let's see what happens there. All right. Yeah, it looks like the car that was right behind him, I want to say the 11 car, Ricky Wentworth, maybe.
Let's see. Are you wondering what started the wreck here?
Yeah, I believe somebody bump drafted Jason Schilling and. Okay, so. Okay.
So what I'm seeing here is that the 5 started coming down while there was just barely enough room, and then the 83 Daniel Lipinski sees this, gets off the throttle a little too much, and we just see this accordion effect coming back and back, where guys are having to get off the gas more and more and more, and then even get on the brakes a bit. Then it just gets to the point where contact's made, and a car goes sideways. This is another one of those just Daytona moments, unfortunately.
As we're watching here, we just see the 34, or sorry, not 34, but the 96 car and about 4 other cars just get absolutely destroyed. Watch it one more time. from the 34, Ron Harrington. He gets taken out as well from that race, and that was just a big one there. That was one of the bigger ones since of the race. All right, so up front, Ricky Wentworth was showing him leading, but now he's coming down pit road. Shane Dinsdale is going to be your new leader in that 19. Jeffrey Mathis, the pole sitter for tonight, is going to be second. DeAndre Howard is now being showed as third. Donovan Carty fourth. Connor Mirabelli is fifth. Zach Permenter is sixth. Brian Trimble seventh. Ron, now it's showing Ron must have got his had a fast repair because he's right back out there in ninth place. Ash Ridge is 10th, and that's going to close out the top 10. About to go back to green. The good thing about Daytona, Corey, is I have an ample amount of time in order to try to find these accidents because Daytona is so big, it takes them forever to do pace laps.
Yeah, I mean, every caution, we're looking at a 3-minute delay to the race, which is good in some ways as it lets drivers kind of calm down, reset, get back into the rhythm. But it also can be really annoying if we're going to start seeing a bunch of cautions. I'm not sure if the network connection right now for our racing is a little wonky because I'm seeing a bit of netcode stuff going on with these wrecks where it's like cars aren't actually making contact, but you're seeing the damage pop up half a second later.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like,
or if this is just drivers are too aggressive right now.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed. I thought I fixed it with restart, but my issue, my lagging issue is just slightly. I see the frame rates jumping.
Green flag.
That could also be it with so many trucks on track. People might be playing at a lower frame rate than they used to. That might be messing them up.
So here we have the 19 showing like he was going to go high, but decides to stay down low with the 00 car. That 6 car of Jeffrey Mathis, our post hitter, on that high side, along with who's that right there behind him? I can't tell. I don't know. I don't recognize people's cars yet, but give me time. I will. That 5 car of Donovan Carty is pushing that 6 car, while the 00 of DeAndre Howard is pushing the 19th of Shane Dinsdale. And oh, I have totally forgotten. I have to bring my phone attention to any of the YouTubers out there, if anybody's watching out there. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the stream. There we go. We got live feed now. And we do have 3 viewers out there watching. So if y'all have anybody that you think's going to win this race. Sorry. I had to turn down my feed because I don't want to hear myself talking while I'm broadcasting. But anybody out there think got an idea who you think's going to win, or you just want to root for somebody, you want to give somebody a big shout out that's out there on the track, go ahead and write it down there on the old chat box there, and I'll definitely send your word out to you.
On that note, obviously I'm impartial. I have to be as race control. But this Jeffrey Mathis guy, he's shown up to a couple races from last season. He wasn't a full-time competitor since he didn't start at the beginning of the season. But he was there for the last couple races. And he's a consistent fast rider. I think for this season, he's definitely going to be a championship contender and someone to watch in these coming weeks. Obviously, it's Daytona, so anything can happen. He can get turned and end up finishing dead last. But I think week in, week out, he's going to be someone to watch.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, and when you're that guy, when you're that guy that when you come on the track, you got that bullseyes on your back because everybody knows you're the man to beat. So they're gonna race you a little bit harder than they would somebody else. So definitely got to watch out for that. But it's good that y'all had that they brought somebody in that can give Daniel Lipinski a run for his money because Daniel being a league owner, he wants this league to succeed and it won't succeed if you got one driver winning all the races. So you want to
Yep,
bring
yep.
in that competition because that's what racing is all about. It's competition. All right, so we're gonna go through this. We're gonna run through this. Oh, hold on. DeAndre Howard just gets loose. Uh, Real quick. I don't know if he had help getting loose, but he definitely lost control for a second of that 00 car, but regained control and carried on. Now we're gonna have a new outside leader, and that is Connor Marabelli in that 25. See Connor Marabelli with some dirt racing pictures over there, so maybe he's a dirt racer in real life. So, like we said, we're gonna go through the field here. We're starting off with our pole sitter here. We're gonna go.
Oh, we got some contact on that inside line. Oh, looks like they're able to sort it out. Sorry for
Oh, no problem, no problem. If you see something, definitely call it out. So right now we got Jeffrey Mathis out there in first place once again. Started on the pole. Connor Marabelli is being short of second, but right now Shane Dinsdale on the inside, taking over that second place. 37 coming around to take over the third place away from Connor Marabelli, but Connor Marabelli fighting on that outside, and I don't know what kind of picture that is that he's showing right there, but okay. Brian Trimble out there in fifth place. Craig Drake being showed at sixth place, and as I say this, these guys might jump up 2 positions or lose 2 positions, so I'm going to try to do the best I possibly can. That's the great thing about Daytona. You could be in first one lap, and then the next lap you can be back in fourth. Daniel Lipinski, after getting that early crash into the wall, is being showed in 9th place.
what I'm looking at on these drivers, it seems like they're all starting to actually get into a rhythm here. There's a bit of a wobbling around here and there, but I think I spoke
Oh,
too
as
soon.
you
I
speak,
definitely spoke too
big
soon.
accident, big accident.
That's the third big one of the night. My goodness.
Oh my goodness, everybody's involved in it. DeAndre, Kandre, Daniel
It might be easier
Lipinski.
to say who isn't in there
Yeah,
this time.
the leader might not have got involved in it. That's the only thing I could probably say. But let's try to sort this out as best as possible. I did see that my SDK, all right, saying Caden Gargiulio got involved. Deontay Hewer was involved. Dan Lipinski was involved. Shane Dinsdale was involved. Eddie Sproles, Craig Drake. Wow, Brian Trimble also involved. And they're the ones. That's the first one that they're going to show me. So we're going to ride along with Brian. We're going to see what Brian Trimble right there. Oh, it looks like the 98 just comes down onto the 19 and cause. I mean, I don't want to say caused all that, but it definitely started it.
No, he was. I think he expected the. I don't know who's on the inside there.
The 19, Shane's
Yeah, the
Dinsdale.
19. Yeah, Dinsdale. I think he was expecting Dinsdale to be a little bit lower, a little bit closer to the 6. But he just kept coming down the track, and you know what? Here you got to be a little bit more careful on those types of scenarios, especially if you don't have a real world spotter. Personally, when I do official racing, I try to give at least half a lane, unless I know for a fact that the guy on my inside has been holding it really close down on that line.
So
I think these drivers could
we're gonna
definitely do
ride
that.
with Craig Drake and see what he has to see through all this. And he was another guy that got involved. Here he is on the low side, and he sees it, and then all of a sudden, oh, he just gets filled up with the 0 car, the 19 car, and he's holding on, and then the 2 comes up and hits him, just to make it a little bit worse. So let's now look. We'll jump back out and see what it looked like from Eddie Sproles, and see how bad he got it. Eddie's. Oh, Eddie almost makes it. Eddie almost makes it through. And Eddie might be. Oh no, Eddie got some damage outside, but Eddie almost made it through that without being touched before Craig Drake car rests right in front of him. We'll watch that one more time again from the inside of Eddie Sproles' car, right there behind Ron Harrington. Ron gets involved. And 37, yeah, 37 just... Oh, the 2 might still be okay. I don't think he got that much damage. He got down quick enough, but Eddie Sproles is doing a great job working his way through that accident. Just barely touch the 34 car, but keep an eye on how much damage Eddie Sproles has. Daniel Lipinski's car down on the in the pit road. His day is pretty much over. So Daniel Lipinski might fall back. Right now, it's showing him at 17th position in the standings right now. And if this is the way it ends, that's quite a big hole he's going to have to climb out of to defend his championship.
You know, Michael, I think with the trucks, I think he's going to have a better chance than you might think. In our previous seasons 1 and 2, we would run 8 race seasons, and in those scenarios, if you did wreck out at Daytona, your chances were shot. But we moved to a 12-week schedule, trying to follow the official schedule a little bit closer. And in fact, in our truck series, we are following race for race the exact schedule, with the exception of Daytona replacing COTA.
All right. I mean, that's a very cool special. A lot of guys, Global Racing, they do the same thing, that they follow the iRacing schedule mainly to a T. We won't be racing in COTA in our trucks this week. We will be racing in Myrtle Beach, which is I don't know which one's going to be worse. But
you know what? Myrtle Beach can be fun.
It can be. Yeah, I think my league on our first season, we held a race there. We call it the race that will never be mentioned again, even though we're coming back to it now. It almost destroyed the league after that race, so we kind of just threw that in the vault until we got some people that we knew could handle that racetrack again, and so that's what we got here here in the 4th season of the trucks. We got people that can handle themselves, and we're going back there again. All right, what we're going back to right now is we're gonna go back to Green Flag Racing with Zach Permenter now in the lead from Dyersburg, Tennessee. Tennessee's not too far away from me.
Where are you from, Michael?
I live in a place called Douglasville, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta.
Nice.
Yep. As we get acquainted, Zach Permenter takes over the lead. Or not that it takes over, takes us down to the start-finish line into turns 1 and 2 with 23 laps to go. Hopefully we can get a good green flag run here and get to see some exciting racing here. Jeffrey Mathis, our pole setter, still outside trying to fight and try to get that lead back from the 95, but right now the 50 is just pushing the 95 all the way to the front, and 37 trying to come along with him too.
I'm noticing that Ricky dropped back to the very end, very back of the pack. I'm wondering if he thinks that these guys are racing a little too hard here and is just waiting for that caution to come out.
He very well could be, and that is a
Down on
good
power, could be.
You know, we're looking at Ricky right here. I don't see any damage done to that 11 car, but he definitely is falling back from the rest of this pack. Might be by design because I think he's not falling back too far, so I think he should be all right.
Yeah, I think my first guess is right, where he's just waiting for that caution to come out, just trying to stick with the draft just enough to keep up with everyone.
Right, there you go, and he's right there. They got the 18 of DJ Honeycutt as well as falling back. Caden Gargiulio, one of the ARCA drivers over there in Global. No, he's also a truck. No, he's not a truck driver yet. But Eddie Sproles in the back there, he's being showed in the 13th spot with Brian Trimble right there in that 98 car being showed the 12th car. So it's nice to show some guys in the back who are not got a lot of airtime and like that. So Don Aston, another guy we haven't talked about tonight. He's from Dryden, Ontario. Some good racing going on in the rear of this first pack here. But back up front, we have a new leader. Zach Permenter takes over the lead. Let me see. Let me update my friggin' scroll bar here so it tells me when stuff like that is happening.
Oh, Ricky actually just came into the pits.
Oh my goodness, that's definitely.
Trying to get that fuel early so the caution doesn't.
But that is not a good call because he's going in alone. He's not. That is, I mean, at Daytona, you do not want to go in. You don't want to go to the party stag at Daytona. You need a partner. And him coming out, he will lose a lot of time coming out back on the track by himself. This is not a single car track that you think you can make up time. Tires don't mean anything at Daytona, especially when you only have half fuel or 40% fuel. Those you can go the whole race on one set of tires. So short pitting is not really common at Daytona, especially not short pitting by yourself.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to this strategy. I mean, and then he will get that front run if it does come out, but I think it's just a little too dangerous to do what he did here.
Yeah, right now he's back on track, coming to the start-finish line as Jeffrey Mathis and them just coming off of turn 4. Jeffrey Mathis regaining the lead. They're going to catch Ricky really quickly here. And when they do, and so you got double file restart approaching a slow vehicle. It's definitely going to be interesting to see if these guys are able to work their way around that slow vehicle.
I've been noticing this top line is, although I've been keeping it out of the bottom line.
We're going to get 3.
I'm speaking too soon again. I'm just jinxing
Yeah. Every time we think that they're going to get into a groove, they surprise us and.
Yeah, but I think we're going to see a bit more trouble than I'd like when they're coming up to Zach and Ricky.
We got another one coming into the pits here. Don Aston coming in by himself.
This is strange. Because our last caution was on 30.
Yeah.
So these guys are.
Yeah, we got 17 laps to go, and I mean I'm not shocked that they're coming in early. I'm just shocked that they're coming in by themselves.
Yeah, you'd expect more teamwork, especially with just up there in the main lobby or the main Discord channel. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers up there still. So I would have expected at least 2 or 3 coming in together.
Oh,
so just
oh,
one
oh,
here,
oh,
one there.
take it easy now, guys. That 6 car getting loose at 95, getting in the back of him, causing him to go back to the high side. And
That's until 17 more, guys. We got 17 more laps of this. Let's keep
but
it
the,
green.
but the 6 car makes it work for himself and regains the lead. Now the 50 trying to look, I mean, right, you don't want to be in the lead coming to the final lap. So
Well,
yeah,
you want to be in the lead coming to the checkered. But
you want to be in the lead coming to the
Yeah,
checkered, but
no,
to take that white flag, you know, second or third, man. If I was
Yeah,
the
they
50
gotta-
car, I would just plant myself right there behind the 6 car and say, hey man, I'll push you to the last lap, then it's go time.
Now, what'll be interesting to see is right now is Eddie Scoop. No, sorry about that. Jeffrey Brown.
Yes, yeah, Jeffrey man.
Laps, or for leading the most laps here. So I think that's what Jeffrey's going for. But it'll be interesting to see how he positions himself coming to 5 to go, even 2 to go. Kind of that white flag, where he's going to try to get his car.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
6 and a
oh.
95 get together. 6 is spinning.
Caution's out.
Caution is out. We were right there on it. We got the full view. Don't even have to go back to the replay, but we will go to the replay nevertheless. But Jeffrey Mathis, a pole setter, gets turned around as he's in the lead. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, that one's clear as day. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's on Zach.
Yeah.
Looks
At
like he
95.
was clear, but
Yeah.
he just ran straight through Jeffrey there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Driver error, but hate to see it.
Yeah, 95 of Zach Permenter just gets in the back of the 6 car, and the 6 car goes around, as my partner for the night, Corey, just mentioned. Definitely hate to see it, but the good thing is the 6 did not hit anything. He should not have very much damage to his car or his truck. I'm so used to doing car races, I keep on saying car. But it doesn't look like he's having a lot of damage. Or he didn't look like he got a lot of damage. Okay, so we got some Mr. Ron Harrington said that his truck said no mas. Okay. Somebody retracted a message. Oh, Mr. Saleh said him too. His no mas for his car. So Ron Harrington and Randy Saleh are out of the race. Bradley Saleh says, "Dang it, Saleh, better luck next week." All right, there you guys go. We had a Saleh fan out there tonight. All right. So if we got any other fans out there tonight, please let us know who you're rooting for, who you think's going to win this race. We're going to be going down to almost 10 laps to go once we get back to green flag racing. So there's going to be a 10-lap shootout at, like, I'm thinking 10 laps. We're at lap 44 right now. By the time they go back to green, it should be about 11 or 10 laps to go. So it's definitely going to make it interesting at the end of this race. Let me get it on somebody that's not that. I can try to look at 2 monitors at one time. Sometimes it gets difficult.
And now the strategy of Ricky and I don't remember who else it was that came in early by themselves actually might be paying off. If they're able to, let's see if they actually stayed up front here.
I do believe that, well, I mean, Ricky Rentworth is coming back down the pit road, as well as
maybe he's
Don
coming.
Ashton. Don Ashton just now coming off of pit road. Jeffrey Mathis still on pit road. Let me see if I can put. Yeah, Jeffrey Mathis still on pit road, so maybe he got more damage than I thought. I mean, his car looks like it's been through the ringer. Oh, but here he goes, Jeffrey Mathis. Yep, he's back out on the track. Besides that car being smacked around a little bit and making it look like, you know, he said something wrong to the wrong person, it looks like he's still aerodynamically fit. So We'll see if he can make it back. He's sitting there at 15th position. We'll see if he can make it back to the front of the line before the end of the race. And if he does, he's going to make it very interesting. And I do apologize for anybody out there watching. I don't know if it's my internet or iRacing, but definitely having a little bit of lag issues. So please bear with me. Don't judge me based off of iRacing's incompetence. Blame me on my own incompetence. All right, so Travis Barkis is your new leader in that 50. Craig Drake sitting there in the second place on that outside line. Donovan Carty third. Caden Gargiulo he's just sticking around. Just hanging around like a mole that you don't want. Just kidding, Caden. DeAndre Howard sitting there in fifth. Eddie Sproles, he's won this race before in league officials, so don't count Eddie Sproles out. By no means, he can get up to the front at the restrictor plates here, or the super speedways. Sorry, they don't have restrictor plates anymore. Ash Ridge, sorry, that sounded really bad. Ash Ridge, up here in seventh place. Brian Trimble in eighth. Dakota Wade from Georgia, he's been pretty quiet all day, but he's kept his truck out of trouble to see if he can make it to the front before all said and done. He's sitting back there in ninth, and Connor Marabelli sitting here on the 10th. Green flag is out. Travis Barkis brings him back down, hopefully for the last time with 11 laps to go. That 5 of Donovan Carty pushing the 50.
Already 3 wide. Oh my gosh.
I mean, oh, here we go. We got caution in the back. Let's see if did it show up here for me. We have so much going on. At James, let's go back to James Fields. Let's see what happened with James Fields. It's saying that he was the one that was involved in it. Oh, 3, like you said, 3 wide, and it just doesn't. It looked like net code. It looked like that.
Yeah, so from my perspective here as I'm reviewing it, the 838 car was slowly coming up the track, just barely. Made slight contact with the 88. Shouldn't have been a problem at all. But iRacing's iRacing. It's tiny accidents, tiny vehicles. This is just one of those scenarios. Unfortunately, I'm still gonna have to give Dakota the EOL here, because he was the one that initiated contact and did come up into the 88. Although in a real life scenario, this wouldn't have been a problem. It would have just been a tiny, not even a scratch on the paint. And they would have kept going. So just limitations of iRacing here, unfortunately.
You see, there the 838. Really not that. None of these cars really are out of it, so definitely they can probably get in there and have maybe about 20 seconds of damage to fix. But other than that, they're probably good to go. We'll see here in a moment. Back up front, Travis Barkis having a state of execution right now. He's the man with the big old bullseye as he blinks out a little bit there. I think that was him and not iRacing. It's always scary when you see the 50 or the leader having lag issues, because it's real scary on those restarts.
Yeah, whenever you get those blinkers out front, it's just really scary for everyone involved. Especially if he's the guy right in front of you, or on your inside. Especially because if he blinks out during a corner, especially on the entrance of one, he'll still show up as going straight, come right into you, get a huge wreck involved, and they'll just drive off with no damage. Unfortunately, can't count the amount of times that's happened to me in an official race.
Oh yeah, official races are crazy because they don't care in there.
Yeah, no, those guys are insane.
Yeah. But right now, Travis Marcus is solid, sitting there in that first position with Donovan Carty right behind him. Let me see. Let me see. You know what? Let's bring up old Dan. He's back on the track, and I don't know. Let me know if they're going one to go, or they might be going one to go. So I'm gonna leave. I'll leave well enough alone.
Oh no, there's still two to go here. I think they're
Okay.
coming in the one to green at the line. You want me to drag him down?
Sure. Let's bring him down out real quick. We'll talk to him real quick.
You got it. Oh, actually, I can't drag him down. There's a Discord issue. I'll have him move down to hang out real quick. Give me 1 second.
Hold on. I can bring him down real quick. I got that tool. No, why can't I move him? Why am I not allowed to move? All right. So, why my partner there gets Dan to come up here? I guess Dan said he doesn't want to be moved around, so he puts a ward on his system that nobody can move him.
Unfortunately, Danny's unable to move himself because he's
Okay.
obviously behind the wheel.
Obviously.
Then we're having
All
some
right,
Discord
well.
issues where I'm unable to move him down here.
I was unable to move him down myself. I can move
Yeah, I just
Eddie
entered your
down
line.
here, but I can't move. So.
Well, we'll just have to go without the interview for now.
Yeah, I mean it's
Get him
okay.
back
I think
there.
we missed the last 3 interviews. So, is there anybody that is not in the race who wants to be interviewed, man? That we got like 6 laps to go. You know, let's see if there's anybody up there in the. Let's see if there's anybody up there that's out of the race, like a Sean Warchala. That we can bring down and talk to him, see if give him a little bit of interview here.
I just shot him a DM, and I'll keep you posted on that.
Alrighty. Alright. Alright. So we're going back. We're gonna go back to racing here. This time by lap 49. About ready to take 50. So they're gonna be about 7 laps left to go when these guys go back to green flag racing, which we're about to do in
Ready,
just
green
a few
flag.
seconds. Green flag is in the air. The 50 takes off. The 5 stays with them. Now the 23 is pushing the 50. 00 of DeAndre Harrow is pushing the 5.
Trouble on the start, 3 wide already. Looks like someone's down on power. Luckily, they're giving each other lots of room. Maybe not.
Oh, we got 2 guys up in the wall, but no. Oh, now we're going. Oh, it's Mr. Wade once again. About 5 cars. Dakota Wade involved in a crash. James Field again involved in a crash. It's just not been the day for Dakota Wade or James Field. I think that was a second crash for both of them. We're gonna go back here and see what happened. Dakota Wade he just was in the wrong place at the wrong time. The 99 of let's see what happened to James Field here. As you see, the 88 and 838 was trying to get through it again, and they just got caught up in it. Yeah, it's a shame. See the 18 and the 6 there, back there. Wow. You can't say nothing. Daytona, you gotta have, good drivers to do all these laps without any caution. So I would not take anything from these drivers. Laps are winding down. These guys in the back pushed it a little too much, and got pushed in the wall, which caused accordion effect, which caused Dakota Wade and James Field to come in, and they couldn't let off, because if they let off, there was no catching up. There was nothing they could have done, As you see, James Field and let's see, I think James Field has taken his car behind the garage, as well as Dakota Wade.
So after this review, what ended up happening there from my perspective, the 6 car got slightly into the 99, caused him to come down into the 95 a bit, come straight back up into the wall. And the 6 obviously trying to avoid it, the issue in front of him starts swinging really low, really quickly. And the guy behind him is running back up. I did put fault on the 6 here. It's unfortunate, but I think these guys are just racing a little too hard here. It is 6 to go, but it's better to lose a position now versus 10 from wrecking. So I think these guys need to lay off a bit.
Oh, I definitely agree. I mean, now you got 5 to go. So it's basically gonna be a extended green white checkered right now. They're probably gonna get the 4 to go when it comes. They're gonna come around to get the 4 to go. So basically, it's gonna be an unofficial. Not basically, it's literally gonna be an unofficial green white checkered here. So once these guys take the green flag, they'll have I don't know, two and a half, maybe 1.5 laps to actually do any kind of racing, because it takes these cars at least 1 lap to get up to full speed, especially in this draft packages they have. So there's going to be not a lot of racing being done at the drop of the green flag, but in that last lap and a half, it should be really exciting. Mr. Ron Harrington's, he's already decided he's going to have a virtual big Buford at the Checkers across the street. Always like Ron, he always keeps a smile on his face, even if he gets crashed out of a race.
That's always good, man. You need drivers like that who are able to keep a smile on their face, keep the good times rolling, as they say.
Oh yeah. Oh, I definitely love having Ron Harrington drive for the Lazy Lizards over there in Global Racing, Saturday nights and Sunday afternoons on Performance Motor Network and Global Racing Esports Network.
It looks like we only got 13 cars on track right now, 12 of which are on the lead lap. I think Danny's the only lap down car still out there, 8 laps down. He's not going to be able to get anything better than 17th unless we get a green-white checkered. But hopefully we're going to keep it green for the rest of the race.
Yeah. Well, right now we're watching Travis Barkis, Donovan Carty, DeAndre Howard, Craig Drake, Caden Gargiulio, Connor Maribelli, Ash Ridge, Eddie Sproul is still up there, Brian Trimble, Zach Permenter, DJ Honeycutt, and Ricky Wentworth going to do their best version of a scramble and dash. Right here, the pace car is down.
Green flag.
Travis is going to take us back to the start-finish line with the number 5 of Donovan Carty right on his outside. As you see, 3 to go here. Travis Barkis on the low side. Donovan Carty on the high side. Craig Drake right there behind them, pushing them in that 23 car, with DeAndre Hewer on the top, pushing that outside line. Everybody getting racy, coming out of turns 3 and 4, going into the tri-oval. Looks like Eddie Sproles gets a little loose up there. A bunch of cars get a little loose up there. Eddie Sproles goes up
Boys,
and
to
hits the
green,
wall.
green.
And
No.
they're good. It's good. Oh, caution is out. A
Clear to
green
cross.
right checkered. Brian Trimble crashes. Eddie Sproles crashes. DJ Honeycutt crashes. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna go back to see what happened to Brian Trimble here. Eddie goes up and hits the wall, and goes up and he just collects the 18 of DJ Honeycutt, and the 98 had no place to go, just gets involved in it. Eddie comes in again and crashes once again. Let's see what happened. Let's take back and just see. I wonder what caused Eddie to get so loose back there. Let's go back and let's rewind it a little bit. See here. Yeah, let's go on to a better camera here. Let's go over here and just see the 90. Oh, it was another net code. iRacing is bad tonight. Watching it, 90. It looked like the 95 got into the two, but they never made any contact. Netcode thought they were going to make contact, and that got the two loose without being there, and he just couldn't hold on to it once that happened.
Yeah, no, that's really unfortunate. I think this is just iRacing servers are busy tonight or something.
Yeah, it's
because this is the second wreck out of I don't know how many we've had so far, but the second one already that we've seen that's just it should have stayed green. All these guys held it, with the exception of the two who got ran into.
Yeah, and 18 almost makes it through. He gets taken out. And, yeah, it's a global on global crime. All right. So that's gonna weaken the field by at least 3 cars there, because you got DJ Honeycutt, Brian Trimble, sitting in the pit road. Eddie Spro's still out there though. Let's go back here and look at Eddie and see how his car looks. He does. I mean, that left side, it looks like he's got a tire rub, but his front side still looks like it can take an aerodynamic train there. So we'll see if he's down on power. Oh, what the heck did he just do?
So unfortunately, this is actually the 95 second caution. So this is actually going to be a drive-through penalty that must be served under green.
Okay, for Eddie?
For 95.
For 95. Oh, and,
yeah, so
and
the way
listen.
we do it here for at fault, or at least how I do it, is netcode sucks. It really does. But if you're doing stuff, you know netcode's not going to be kind to you tonight, which looks like it's not. You got to drive extra careful, and these guys are still being super aggressive. I understand it's, 3 to go at that point, 2 to go. I don't know how many it was. But you just still got to be super careful about cautions here. Because it is a simulator, and we have to deal with real world craziness, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. And for some of y'all who's joining us, we're at 3 laps to go. Hold on, let me go back to live TV here. We're going to get additional 3 laps to go here at Daytona International. We're on overtime now. I'm going to get paid double what I got paid because I'm on overtime. If you're listening, Mr. Daniel, I get paid twice as much now. Well, here we go. We got the 1 to go symbol. I'm sorry, 1 to go sign saying get double foul. Well, let's get this race going. Now, how many green white checkers do y'all allow?
I believe it's set to just 1.
Okay.
That's what it's written at, is in the rules. There's 1 green, 1 checker.
All right, so whatever happens tonight, or whatever happens in these final laps, that's it. If their caution comes out at the beginning of the field, that is going to be it, and we will get a checkered flag under yellow flag conditions. All right. I haven't done it all night long, so we're going to do a turn it ups on this restart.
Green flag.
Pace car's down. All right. 2 laps to go. Number 50, Travis Bark is on the low side with a 5, pushing him on that inside. But Craig Drake on the 23, Caden Gargiulo on that outside, working together, trying to get pushed up. Scratch that. The 50's moved up. Now the 97 of Caden Gargiulo is down on the low side. Now they're going to go 3 wide. This cannot be good for the lead. Caden Gargiulo is going to take the advantage coming out of turn 4 with the 23 of Craig Drake trying to get that outside to push him. Final lap, 1 lap to go into Georgia, or the Great American Race 225. Caden Gargiulo leading his first lap of the race. Craig Drake on that outside. Ash Ridge and Deontay Hewer right there pushing. The 5 looking to make it 3 wide. The 50 is
out a little too early here, though. I think we might be able to catch him in the tri-oval.
Right now, the 5 is trying to make his car as wide as possible. Going 3 wide. Oh, at the line. Who won? Oh my God! Nobody. Let's like that. They're showing Caden Gargiulo as the winner. Connor Marabelli second. Ash Ridge third. Craig Drake 4th, DeAndre Hewer 5th. What an exciting finish to that race.
That was a crazy finish there.
I mean, it was a crazy race through and through. So the finish had to end like that. I'm gonna drop that back and let's watch that one more time.
That was a photo finish. It's unfortunate that 5 car came up for that late block on the 25. Ended up hooking himself, taking him in the double zero out, and securing the victory for Mr. Caden Gargiulo.
Yeah, you see the 25 and the 97 getting together there. We're gonna back it up even more here. Okay, we're gonna back it up a lot more. All right, so this is coming into the. This is coming into the. Let's get a good camera angle on it. Here we go. This is coming out of turn 4. Like that, you see, they get hooked, and that's going to allow Caden Gargiulo in the 22 or the 25 of Connor Marabelli to race to the end. Let's look at the results and look at that. Hold on a minute. Let me go back to the live TV here. We got Caden Gargiulo winning by 0.012. I mean, that is paper thin. Connor Marabelli finishing second. Ash Ridge third. Craig Drake is going to be your 4th place runner. 5th is going to go to DeAndre Hewer. 6th place is Travis Bark. At 7th is Donovan Carty. 8th is Zach Permenter. 9th is going to go to Eddie Sproles. 10th is DJ Honeycutt. 11, Brian Tremble. Ricky Wentworth is going to be 12th. Dan Lipinski gets to gain 4 positions off to have that extra couple laps, and he's going to finish 13th. Jeffrey Mathis, is the pole setter, is going to finish 14th. Don Ashton, 15th. James Field, 16th. Dakota Wade, 17th. 18th is going to go to Ron Harrington. 19th, Shane Stinsdale. 20th, Cooper Nash. Sean Warchala is going to be 21st. Jason Schilling, 22nd. And Michael Hall, 23rd. Randall W. Solly, 24th. And your my partner in crime, Corey, is going to come home 25th. And I bet you your car is the most prettiest car out there. Your truck is the prettiest truck out there. All right.
Turns no laps, will always finish.
There we go. We're going to see her watch Guardian Gargiulio do some burnouts along with Connor Marabelli. And he deserves to do a little burnout too. He had a really good race and put up. Oh, I think he blew an engine though. As you see, Caden Gargiulio burned him down on the track there. All right. Well,
now, Michael,
good race.
You post-race interviews. If so, you want me to go prep those guys that got first, second, third?
Yeah, we're fine. We don't really have to prep them. We're just gonna see if they're in, we can find them in here. Ash Ridge. I see Ash Ridge. He's in. I'm gonna pull Ash Ridge down here. I can't pull Ash Ridge down to. Are you able to pull?
Let's come up and chat, and I'll drag him. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, that's that race dome. I can't take anybody out of the race dome. I see. All right, so why my partner is getting everybody. There we go. Ash is down there. Where's Ash up here? Ash Ridge, Mike Leshner booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey man, good third place finish tonight. You had a lot of exciting racing going on out there. A lot of yellow flags. How were you able to keep out of trouble and be around at the end so you can get that third place finish?
I don't know, just luck. It's Daytona.
That is true. It's Daytona, and luck does play a big role in staying clean, keeping those tires on the ground. But you had the luck right now. Not as good as luck as these other two guys, but you had good enough luck in order to come home in third place. Man, how are you feeling about that?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I love these one answer things. It makes me work a lot harder. You know, usually I ask a question and somebody ramps on about for 5 minutes, gives me a break, but that's okay. So we're gonna go to our next question here, and I gotta bring up the schedule here. Shoot, y'all's things are not like mine, so it's gonna take me a minute to. Where are y'all going next? I should just ask that.
Next race is going to be the A-Town Throwdown at Atlanta.
There you go. We just had the Atlanta official race last week. Very loose track. Very as the tires wear, I found it very loose, especially in these trucks. I ran a lot of truck races off their officials. How are you liking your chances at Atlanta with that eat 'em up wheel track?
I'll sadly be not able to run it because I don't have the track.
Okay, well, there you have it. We will not be able to see Mr. Ash Ridge. And
you have Richmond, right?
Yeah, no, I do not have Richmond.
Okay.
Martinsville?
Yes, I do have Martinsville.
Okay, so we're going to see him at Martinsville. All right, how you feel about Martinsville?
Pretty good. I'm a pretty good short track racer.
All right. Well, man, with all that being said, man, and your enthusiasm up here in the booth, man, I can't wait to hear this. But at the end of each race, when I give you guys interviews, I give you an opportunity to give some shout outs to anybody you want that might be listening, or anybody you just want maybe listening later down on the restream. So the floor is yours.
Thank you to my mom and dad for cheering me on during this race.
There you go. Big shout out to mom and dad. Okay. And if mom and dad are watching, get this guy some interview lessons. And next time we see him up here,
yeah, you better be showboating all day.
Showboating, man. The third place finish at Daytona. He should be all all gung ho and crazy, man. But I appreciate you coming up here and talking to us tonight. And congratulations again on your third place finish. And I'm gonna send you back down to the general or the chat. We'll send you back down to the chat, man. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
All right, it's Ash Ridge, your third place finisher tonight. Second place, Connor is.
I don't know if Connor's in the chat, so I think we're gonna have to drag up. Actually, is Connor? 1 second.
All right. While he finds that out, we're gonna. Let's see, Connor, if you're listening, man, come on in here to the Discord so we can interview you here. All right.
Hey.
All right. So tonight we're gonna bring up the race winner for tonight, the guy who just snuck around, kept tucked in behind cars until the most opportune time takes the lead. Caden Gargiulo. Mike Lester in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a race, man. You were quiet all night long. You just hunkered down, stayed in that top 10, top 5 all night long, didn't press the issue until you had to press the issue. And when you did, you came out victorious, man. Congratulations, man. Walk us through that last couple of laps when you took the lead away from the 50 car of Travis Marcus.
Yeah, well, I want to start off by saying thank you. It was a really good race. I just, I got involved in a little bit of an accident earlier on. I had used my fast repair about halfway through the race. I knew that was out of the window, so I just kind of tried to keep it clean and didn't want to be up in the front. I knew something was going to go down. So on that green-white checker, I was saving fuel, making sure I had enough, and sure enough, got some people moved around, a couple people had some incidents, and just came out on top. Got lucky, and I'm shaking, but it was fun.
Okay, now I know, is it going to be a similar question? Well, as you said, people kept on, got some knocked around and everything like that. Walk us through that last turn. You're coming off of 4. The 5 comes up and passes you. He passed you a little bit too early. You're coming off of 4 behind him. What are you seeing in your windshield there?
So at that time, the only thing I saw was his truck right there. I knew that he had gone too early because I know going down that straight, I can get a run off the side draft. So, you know, I wasn't worried about that. The only part that really got to me was when I saw him going a little sideways up there, I kind of just got down a little lower. I did feel a little tap, but it wasn't anything too bad, and made it through.
There you go. Well, I know this is your first night racing with these guys at Race Heads. A great way to debut your opening credits with the Race Heads crews here, and I know Dan Lipinski is keeping an eye on you, and probably is glad you came over and put on a good show for him. And it was a great race. A lot of cautions. These guys are going to Atlanta next week, and as you know, we just raced Atlanta not too long ago, like a couple days ago. If you race in that race, what do you think liking your chances there?
I haven't really done too many laps at Atlanta, so I can't really tell you too much, but I know from my experience in the ARCA series I ran in, short tracks with some degree of banking tend to be a pretty good combination for me. So
well, Atlanta definitely is not a short track.
I treat it as more of a short track than some others, put it that way.
Well, I mean, if you compare it to Talladega and Daytona, yeah, it's a short track.
Yeah,
but
those are the tracks I compare to, because those
okay.
are the only other tracks I really say that I do pretty well at.
All right. Well, I mean, I would love to see you at Bristol if you think, or Myrtle Beach. If you think Atlanta's a short track, let's go over there and show you a short track. But nonetheless, man, you did. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. You got it.
I gotta get my safety rating up.
Yeah, there you go. You definitely gotta get that safety rating up to.
Which, also just gonna add this in here, I was the lowest safety rating today, going into this race.
Okay, well, definitely get that up. Global Racing has a strict class license policy for each one of its series.
Yes,
But
sir.
man, we look forward to seeing you move up in the ranks, not only over there in Global, but also here in Raceheads.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. It's a great way to start off the season, and just a quick, I do want to give a quick shout out to Eddie Sproul and GJ Honeycutt. They were giving me some call outs on that last lap.
Mm. Well, you got that global connection, so
Oh yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, there you go. He gave the shout outs. You won the race. The championship run. It started off pretty good for you, man. How you gonna celebrate tonight?
Well, I'm getting ready to hop off and go to bed because I gotta go work at Lowe's tomorrow.
Well, I'm gonna do the same thing, my friend. So with that being said, man, congratulations once again on a well-driven race and a good win for you. And we look forward to talking to you again next week at Atlanta.
Yep. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Okay, we're gonna send him down back to the chat, and let me see if I can pull up. See if Dan Lipinski. See if I'm able to. I am not able to pull him up. We'll talk to him the next time that we might. If we next time we broadcast, I haven't figured that one out yet. I do these things sometimes just for the niceness of it, and Daytona should always be broadcasted, because if it's not broadcasted, it does not happen. So, congratulations once again to Caden Gargiulo and the rest of the Raceheads drivers. For Global Racing Esports Network, I'm Mike Lester.